So, was the best days of WWE news? Was it an announcement reactions to R-Truth about his beliefs? So, was it both a page and solidly and thoughtful select have published reports on best days news? Are you an announcement reactions to the release of R-Truth from WWE? Are you with R-Truth has announced on Sunday morning on social media that Aya has been released from WWE. Was it in that the company is not renewing his contract? Aya both a thoughtful and PJ so did confirm that R-Truth on the social media post was legitimate and not a work. Aya with PJ and solidly reposed notes said the following. Aya with R-Truth still has some time to remain on his current contract, and that once after his contract expires, he will be a free agent and cleared to sign with all promises. After security reactions spoken among of talents was in shocking with some talent force. I wasn't believing that with R-Truth on social media accounts. I think he had been hacked or that he was posting a soap. I with a visit his common role in some even when has the fault has taken this was an April Fool's soak a 3 months later. I with R-Truth was described as made to be somebody popular across the board is a locker room and that wasn't how could the company cut him at one time it said. Andrew with R-Truth is a type of person who has liberty and can be seamless and pass put into a type of expression. Andrew Ridges whether is a max in front of AGC and that he will to contribute and Leslie James will always going to work. I just thought with Jerry had a question why with R-Truth was not over in Muslim role with giving how love he was at backstage. Also in by certain fans and R-Truth was believed has left some footings and settled. I was saying that Nigel is going into the current landscape of WWE with an over talent, but Nigel that they want to install and get a new contract as the case in sources told when advice. Argue with a thoughtful select reports and notes the following. Argue with sources close to the expression said R-Truth was into his beliefs was not has a results of any mascot or backstage issues. So Andrew Brink and said that he did nothing wrong and so talent expressed was a confusing in comment was it in had seen R-Truth as a jelly liberal. I just wasn't with the jelly locker room and said to have been one of to speed along with an overwhelming to amateur. I didn't want top star is said to have called R-Truth release of total nonsense about over time knowing the current legislative undertaking is rootless. I just thought more announcement from it where the discretion said to R-Truth. He was believed has more backlash and a widespread of disappointment and resentment. No one has any bad thing to say about R-Truth. After in his widely respected across the title of WWE roster. After was added that R-Truth merchandise continues to be strong, so Long Cena t-shirt was said to be one of WWE top sellers. And there is strong belief that he still holds the rights to one, so R-Truth cuttings and will be able to use that full name outside of WWE. After it was clear that independent pro wrestling promotions have already started and showing interest in R-Truth, with so asking about his bookings was it once he is a free agent, has sources note, and just at the present state is very soon. So here's all the wrestlers been tweeting this out a while ago. So Kevin Owens had been tweeting this out, he said, and said it many times that they are a few people in this industry for whom I have intimate respect. I love it most for Ron Cummings is at the very top of that list. I was an incredible timeless a performer when it masses ability to anything and bring a smile to anyone but he it's a fans of any single person was lucky enough to have has a person to work alongside him. Under his kindness, harmony, and goodness makes him a one of the most beloved people met and suggest honesty in the foul that his absence leave in our locker room is miserable. So Big E, between this out, he said, no one made me laugh backstage more than Ron. No, this man. Already for 13 years, he treated me like a brother from the very first day. I never saw him in a bad mood, a man who spread kindness and joy ever since he could. So Pat McAfee been tweeting this out. He said, I love Ron Cummings and is a grounded joy when he's a part of excitement. He also my dad's favorite of David superstar of all time. So McAfee or Boom AST, but we all know R-Truth will continue to bless the world with his big brain. Thank you, Truth. So here's a next tweet of Kevin Wobble. It says, he added, it says, hey everybody, I have a ton of great stories and memories to say about Khalil and R-Truth, but I think it's more independent to say this. I don't fret them like they completely gone and you haven't yet followed them on social media platforms and keep up with them. And Ron Cummings is writing and producing music and says return to Puerto Rico in a big way if both will return performing, but both will be back on TV in no time. Here's a next tweet. So the Coastman. It says, I was at Mercy Wrestling tape. Why is the release of R-Truth is bigger than the others? I didn't write you so it all understand why he is getting the reactions today. That after he is, it is more than just what do you do into the ring and tell me I am wrong. This way he said. So I think with all wrestlers been tweeting this out, and you just we ask lock up each wrestler in your locker room. So we like this video and want to like subscribe. And by this time, peace.